national champion, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Florida's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the right. Nobody around as he makes the tackle. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a three-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab past the marker. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown. want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Slings it downfield. He's open on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Reels it in down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone infraction. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. This is a design run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators pound. looks to move the sticks now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping the quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help. Continues to fight for yards. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Throwing right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Hey, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Whitted. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle. It's Whitted.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Trying play action. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Complete to the left. He's loose. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he added the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen him do this, we've seen him do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell. They knew it.
No way.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Balls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Here we go.
This one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first. Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll try to run for it. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Man, it's nice to have a guy on short yardage situations you can turn and you can hand the ball to him. And you know he's not going to dance. You know he's going to be really physical, lower his shoulder. I don't care how many yards he gets. He just needs to get past that 1st down mark.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Dumps it to the back. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half. But man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Flushed out of the pocket. Creates a little space. Fights off a defender. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Gators want to move quickly.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position.
Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Karapateas. And what a throw to get it in there. And they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers making side adjustments here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
On 4th down, going to the air. That's a fly. He dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes an easy throw in the flat. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here's the handoff. Jukes his way for more. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So 1st down will open up the final period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Snagged out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Breaks the tackle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He might want another play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
How about that? A second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Got it inside the 10. Marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk. He wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to roll up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And this offense, man, they're just desperate. Like late in the football game, you're down. They've got to push the ball down the field. They've got to find some explosive plays. And they found one, Jesse, but for the defense.
The 4 vertical has a better chance of working earlier in the game when it's close, but when you're trailing by a lot, the defense knows you have to throw it. Just sending 4 guys running in a straight line down the field, oftentimes not a tremendous play call.
Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number 1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate